It's in the game. It's in the game. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go at the link. On the return, Britton Covey. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Hurts now from the gun. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the play fake, it's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Running on 2nd with Moss. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On first down, it's Moss. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Burrow from the gun. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He's got it. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Covey now to return this. Returns looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Now for the second time this game, we'll get a look at the Philly offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the pistol, Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. It is caught left side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 3 now. Man in motion, headed right. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Chris Evans. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First down, Burrow to throw. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have it on 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Burrow back to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. On first down, Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
He's got Smith. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 41. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First down, ball at the 36. They kick the running back in motion. Hurts throwing again. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. He has it at the 5! And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles driving. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now Hurts. Cut near the goal line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They've stalled out since that first touchdown, Brock, while their opponents have done the opposite. They've heated up, and their original 7-point lead, now a deficit of 7. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Cut out left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion left. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Second and 3 now. Burrow from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. Butker knocks it through. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
Well, Brock Martin, a touchback. This kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. We're at halftime here in Philadelphia, and the Eagles have soared to a lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit, but first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Travion Williams now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Higgins makes the catch. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Burrow out of the shotgun. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Second and 3 now. Moss with a run to start this 3rd quarter. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the red zone now. Cut by the open man. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired, but that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals push their lead to 3. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. To return, here's Paris Campbell. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First down throwing for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. A tight end in motion now. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He takes off left on this 2nd down. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, Those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down, a run with Barkley. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
From the 22 on 2nd down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Buying some time. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Motion man right is Smith. Another try following the sack. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And that will not be enough for a first down. Give him nearly double digits that time, Brock. 9 yards on the play. It's 4th and 4. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. A very short kick here from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Moss. And he's brought down after a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Nabbed along the sideline by Higgins. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them can throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Finds his man, Chase. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
A handoff right for Moss. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Moss with another carry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Bengals want to end it in regulation if they can. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Here he is to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Complete out to the right. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Third down, here's Moss. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. That one is good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed a lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Campbell now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Campbell hauls it in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Back to throw. They find Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. On first down, Hurts bails out of the pocket quick. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's on the move. He calls his own number. Oh no, the ball is loose! And now the Bengals have it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. So here's their third and final timeout. 7 seconds left in this game. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.